Hi book friends, my name is Alexis and today we're going to be talking about my most anticipated book releases of 2023. With 2022 coming to an end, I knew I really wanted to do some type of a wrap-up or a list video, like sit down and chatting, and I thought about doing my favorite books of 2022 or my least favorite books of 2022, but because I launched my channel within the past 6 months, I felt like if I did either of those videos ideas, a lot of the books I would talk about would be repeats of the 2 videos I already did. So instead, I thought it'd be kind of fun to mix things up and talk about the books I'm looking forward to in 2023. I feel like I say this every single year, but the book releases for next year are looking so freaking good and I'm really excited. I'm going to go through these books in no particular order, so I'm not going to try to even rank them on how excited I am or anything. We're just going to kind of go through the list as we go through the list. The first book I want to talk about today is The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. If you see me looking down, I'm referencing my notes because there are a lot of books on this list and I don't want to mess up all the details. But essentially, The Nanny, it comes out on April 11th from Berkeley. It is an adult romance about a woman who was a OnlyFans girl, but then later has to take up a job as a long-term nanny. And then she finds out that her employer, his name's Aiden, actually someone who subscribed to her OnlyFans account. And it kind of creates this interesting tension because he actually does not realize that the person that he subscribes to on OnlyFans is her. And they kind of have this little romance moment while she's also kind of waiting to find the right moment to tell him, hey, you were actually subscribed to my OnlyFans. I found out about this book through the author's social media, which randomly popped up one day, and I've been following her for a few months, and I'm really excited about her debut novel. I actually do have an arc of this sitting on my Kindle, and I cannot wait to read it. I literally got approval for it last week, and I was so shocked that I got approval for it because I wasn't expecting it. I'm just so excited to read this. Naturally, the minute I sat down to film this, my dogs have decided they need to go outside and were barking, so why not? So the second book I'm going to talk about on my list is Do I Know You by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegeman Broca. This one actually comes out in January of 2023, so this one will actually be out in probably less than a month from when this gets uploaded, and I'm so freaking excited. I feel like I talk about Emily and Austin so much on this channel, and it really is for good reason. I love their books so much, and this is their sophomore adult romance novel, and I'm so excited about it. Essentially, the book is about our main 2 characters, Eliza and Graham, and they are married and on a wedding anniversary getaway for their 5-year anniversary, and things are just not going great in their marriage. However, essentially, while they're at this week-long getaway, they get mistaken as strangers and they get set up together. 2 other people set them up with each other, not realizing that they're married to each other. And they essentially decide that they're going to kind of keep this charade up that they're complete strangers. And all of a sudden they are rekindling their spark. It sounds super cute. It's a second chance romance between a married couple, and I am a sucker for second chance romances and also a sucker for literally anything Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegeman Broca put their hands on, so I cannot wait to read this. In a similar vein, also on my list this year for most anticipated releases of 2023 is Emily and Austin's YA contemporary novel, Never Vacation with Your Ex. Never Vacation with Your Ex is coming out in April, and I've actually already read this one. I got an arc of it, and I literally adored this book to freaking pieces. But Never Vacation with Your Ex is, honestly, the title just says it all. So it's about our 2 main characters. It's Kaylee and Dean, and they briefly dated for a few months before Kaylee unceremoniously breaks up with Dean and doesn't really give him any reason or closure. However, their families are best friends and they have to go on this vacation every year to California together, and this is their first time going as exes. So it is, as you can guess, a second chance romance between these 2, and oh my gosh, this might be one of my favorites that Emily and Austin have ever written. It is so good. It takes place in atmospheric California. The second chance romance is so cute. The guy is the sweetest cinnamon roll ever, and he's head over heels for her, even from the beginning, even despite the fact that they have broken up. It also talks a lot about volleyball and the pressures of social media on teenagers because the main character, Kaylee, is a volleyball prodigy. Her mom was also a really famous volleyball player who is now retired, so she feels a lot of pressure to live up to her mom's, like shadow of volleyball playing history. I thought it was super interesting and I really love this book. It is such a fun, summery spring read, and I definitely just feel like you should add this to your 2023 TBR. The next book on my list is Happy Place by Emily Henry, and I'm sure that Happy Place is going to be on a lot of people's 2023 most anticipated releases list, but I still had to include it on mine, even if other people are going to talk about it too. So Happy Place is Emily Henry's fourth romance novel. It's about our main two characters, Harriet and Wynne, who have been a couple since they went to college, and they've always gotten along really well and done great together as a couple, but they get together for an annual week-long vacation with their best friends and make a pact that they're going to pretend to still be together despite the fact that they have broken up. I'm going to guess that this isn't going to include the only one bed trope, which is like literally my favorite trope of all time, just based off the synopsis. But regardless, it's definitely a second chance romance taking place on a vacation with a friend group and some fake dating. I'm really excited about this. First of all, it's Emily Henry. I've loved every book I've read from Emily Henry, but I'm also really excited because I love the only one bed trope. I am a huge fan of second chance romance, and I also love the fake dating trope. The fake dating trope has been one of my favorites since I started reading, and I'm just really looking forward to this one. The cover is also beautiful and pink, and I am really excited. Next book that I am super excited to read is The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I have literally talked about Lynn in the last 7 videos I've made, so I'm going to try to keep this brief because I feel like I even talked about The Love Wager recently on the channel, but The Love Wager is her upcoming March romance novel, and it sounds so good. It is kind of an independent companion to Mr. Wrong Number, and the main male character is the main female character from that book's brother, so it's like a spin-off into his story, but essentially our main character, Hallie, decides that it's finally time for her to become a full-on mature adult. You know, she does a whole little glow up and she downloads a dating app. And through the app, she and a guy, Jack, the brother, decide that they're going to help each other look for the one. And that they kind of realize okay, we're not actually into each other, so we're going to just help each other game dating apps and go on dates. And they make kind of a pact that if things don't go well, they'll go to the same restaurant and they'll get tacos or food after to kind of fix the night when they're having bad dates. And they actually end up doing that a lot and falling in love. I think there's also a little bit of fake dating involved with a wedding. Hi, editing me here. You're probably like, whoa, dang, that was a really abrupt cutoff. And you would be correct. At this exact moment in filming, my 2 dogs decided that this was the perfect moment to start barking like crazy, to the point where I honestly thought someone was robbing our house. So I quickly cut the cameras to go make sure everything was okay, and I just wanted to put this little bit in here so you guys understood why this cut was really weird and jumpy. But anyways, on to the rest of the video where they do bark less. Now that I have calmed down a little bit from them freaking out, I'm really excited to read The Love Wager. I really love Lynn Painter's books, and I'm just very excited about this one. It sounds good, and I think I really enjoy her adult rom-coms. I think they're so much fun. So after that, I honestly just have a lot more honorable mentions. So those are my most anticipated reads of 2023, where it's I'm literally going to drop my life and drop everything I have to do to read them. And there are a bunch of other books I am really excited about, but not quite that level. So I'm going to share those now. So the first one is You Wouldn't Dare by Samantha Markham. I love Samantha Markham's debut novel. It was a rivals to lovers boarding school moment. And this one is more of a second chance romance beachy moment. It sounds really cute. I have a physical arc of it and I'm just really freaking excited to read it. I really trust Samantha Markham with anything. And after I finished her first book, I firmly said that I would read anything else she writes, and I'm definitely going to be sticking with it because I really want to read You Wouldn't Dare, and I think it's going to be one of my priority TBR books in the next couple of months. The next book for this would be Begin Again by Emma Lord. I haven't really been as into Emma Lord as an author recently, but I do still think she's honestly really good. I think that as I have grown up, I just kind of have been less into YA contemporary and more into adult romance, so I've kind of been leaning away from her books. But she does have a book coming out next year called Begin Again. It comes out in January. It's something about 2 characters who start college together. That's literally all I know. But it sounds really good. The cover is this beautiful pink, and I love that it's a Taylor Swift title. I think it just sounds really good. And I did like Emma Lord's last couple releases, even if they weren't as much as my favorite as Tweet Cute. Okay, and finally, the last book on my I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to drop my whole life for it, is the 4th book in the Love Lights Farm series. I recently read the first book and loved it, and I'm going to keep going with the series, and I can already tell I'm going to love all the books in this series, so I'm really excited for the 4th one. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, or even if it has a date to come out, just that I think it is going to come out in 2023. Okay, friends, I thought this video was going to be a lot more chill than I was expecting, but I'm home alone. I don't like being home alone, and my dogs have been barking like crazy, which is setting my nerves on fire. But anyways, sorry for all the ups and downs in this video. Maybe next time my dogs will be polite and have manners, but that's not today. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. If any of these books are on your most anticipated releases of 2023 list, please let me know. I would love to talk about them. My Instagram is here as always, and my DMs are always open. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!